Hi, my name is David Bergsma. I led the development of AIE10 in 1993, and I'm excited to have an opportunity to introduce you to an amazing dietary supplement. AIE10 is a 100 kD extract. That simply means the molecules are very small, from the milk of dairy cows. What makes it unique is that the content of the milk of these dairy cows has been induced through a patented process known as infusion. Infusion was developed by some of America's leading dairy science pioneers. Back in 1993, I was sure that AIE10 would be an important addition to the dietary supplement world. Since that time, the research has progressed, studies have been published, and thousands of testimonials from doctors and laypeople have been reviewed. There is now a very sharp focus on the important need for such a product. For your additional reference, there is a wealth of information about AIE10 available at the AIE10 website, AIE10.com. Lastly, before we start, everyone asks me about the cows. They are privately managed at a farm operated by the descendants of those dairy pioneers I mentioned that has been engaged in the development and application of this technology for over 50 years. They are treated well, receive care that avoids antibiotics and steroids, and are not harmed in any way by the infusion process. Infusion is essentially what a calf does when feeding, passing antigens or information from its lips to its mom, so the mom can develop and feed back immune information through the function of the udder to support the development of the calf's immune system. Research and observation tell us that stress raises havoc with our immune function, or as some of us would say, our resistance. Prolonged stress that accompanies commuting on busy freeways, air travel, long work days, daily anxiety, and even raising our children can open opportunities for illness and eventually help facilitate the kind of illness that can debilitate or even kill us. In recent years, we've also come to understand how our sometimes unhealthy diet plays a big role in our health through its effects on our immune system. These are consequences of a modern society. We also know that infection, trauma, and toxins can seriously limit or damage our immune response. Though life expectancy has expanded, the challenges of maintaining good health through a longer life have mounted. There are many examples in our history that illustrate how dietary deficiency has created seemingly overwhelming problems that have been solved by dietary supplementation. Would we have sailed across the Atlantic and settled a new world without the discovery that vitamin C could prevent scurvy? How much have we moved to reduce birth defects by giving expectant mothers supplemental folic acid? What about the great evolving lessons of vitamin A deficiency we are learning in Africa? Supplementation has often arisen when we needed it to solve a transitional problem in society. This is exactly how I view AIE10. We need a simple and effective way of supporting immune function in our modern society. AIE10 does that, and does it for people of all ages, without side effects, in small serving sizes. That is why it has been labeled by medical doctors as the ultimate nutrient, and why it has built such a loyal following of consumers who choose AIE10 as their first supplement. Let's talk about why it works. The immune system has three imperatives: recognize, respond, and remember. You can spend years studying immune function, and it is very, very complicated. But the three R's sum it all up very well for me. Immunoactive molecules that the immune system produces, stores, and utilizes direct the execution of the three R's. Do you remember the immune suppressing factors I mentioned a few moments ago? Well, here's the bottom line. The immune suppressing factors reduce the immune system's ability to produce, store, and then utilize the immunoactive molecules necessary for a good immune function. It is really that simple. As a consequence, the immune system imperatives suffer. Not a good thing. If disease cannot exist in the presence of a vibrant immune system, evidenced by the execution of the three R's, we sure don't want those imperatives to be suffering. Many immune-supporting supplements talk about how their product stimulates or modulates immune function. We could spend days on the issue, but let's cut to reality real fast. An herbal, mushroom, or other non-mammalian source product cannot significantly help the immune system recognize and remember as required by the imperatives. These are activities carried out by immunoactive molecules that must come from us or another mammal. These herbal, mushroom, or non-mammalian products could perhaps help the immune system respond within the capabilities of existing immunoactive molecules, But what about the limitation of these aminoactive molecules as a result of interference from the immune-suppressing factors we have discussed? At the same time, over-responding without real need as a result of unnecessary and undirected stimulation can cause exhaustion of the immune system, also not a good thing. Other mammalian products such as colostrum and whey protein isolate do not benefit from infusion. As a result, they can only contain a very limited number of important and usable molecules. Dairy cows do not live among us, and they see different germs and viruses than we do. The producing cows must be carefully managed and broadly influenced to produce what we need. I do not mean to suggest that these products cannot be helpful to supporting immune function. They can be, but all of these products should be considered fuels that can drive the immune system. What they all need with them is a map, or what some have called a trigger, that can help direct the immune process. AIE10 provides that synergistic map or trigger. This accounts for the great success of products combining AIE10 with herbal and mushroom extract ingredients that we have witnessed since 1998. New research emerging from New Zealand suggests exciting new synergies between AIE10 and antioxidants. Let's talk for a minute about some of the unique characteristics of AIE10. I mentioned the patented process of infusion that produces an induced array of aminoactive molecules. AIE10 has been confirmed a true immune modulator, not just a stimulant, in a double-blind study. No other supplement can make that claim. Instead, for marketing purposes, others choose to consider anything that stimulates the immune system a modulator. Immune modulation is the intrinsic process of reestablishing the balanced regulation of immune function by restoring the cytokine communication pathways. The most vivid published study illustrating the modulation curve of a refined lactose complex such as AIE10 appeared in the Journal of Immunopharmacology and Immunotoxicology in December of 2006. Again, there is no other supplement on the market that can accomplish that task. Numerous studies of AIE10 have illustrated its ability to elevate B, T, and NK cell activity. The most recent published study appeared in the Townsend Report in December of 2006. Again, we should remember that AIE10 is a 100 kD milk fraction. This is a huge advantage for supplement designers and users. I mentioned the patented process earlier, but there is also significant proprietary technology used in the production of AIE10. AIE10 is a food substance and enjoys what is called GRAS status, generally recognized as safe. AIE10 has been studied at Tufts University in Boston, Massachusetts, at the University of Arizona, and at Tiburon Labs in Tucson, Arizona, specifically to identify its composition. The work has shown that AIE10 contains aminoactive molecules essential to immune system communication. Here are some examples. Defensins are small, basic proteins of 29 to 34 amino acids containing 3 intramolecular disulfide bonds that have antimicrobial effects. Granulysins are small peptides produced by cytotoxic T cells and natural killer cells, which reduce the viability of a broad spectrum of pathogenic bacteria, fungi, and parasites. Transfer factor is a less than 5 kD dialysable extract of immune leukocytes that is capable of transferring a cellular immune response. This molecule should not be confused with a colostrum product marketed under the name transfer factor. Lactoferrin is a small glycoprotein produced by a variety of cells and has antimicrobial effects. Other aminoactive molecules have been identified, including an array of mini cytokines and antibody fragments. There are dozens of others that have not yet been identified through sequencing or other methods. Simply put, AIE10 in combination with the aminoactive molecules already in the immune system is the right equation to help support everyone's health in this fast-paced, high-stress world and optimize the immune system's application of its imperatives: recognize, respond, and remember. For further information, please contact Dietary Ingredient Solutions.